Hey, thank you so much for watching today. Excuse the hair and stuff. I came straight from the gym to here and just wanted to record it kind of while I was inspired, right? So I hope you guys are having a good day. And again, thank you for watching. I've been getting a lot of questions lately about exactly what is an ADHD parent coach. And so I figured I'd take some time. It's just kind of to summarize my latest blog, but do it in video form so you guys can follow a little easier. Your child is the person living with issues that led him or her to get diagnosed, right? At school, you have to explain to teachers, my child has ADHD. But you know the truth, ADHD doesn't affect only your child, right? Having a child with a differently wired nervous system impacts your entire family. Sometimes that means you run late getting dinner ready because homework takes longer than you planned. Other days you may be so upset about an email that you got from a teacher that you can't even enjoy your other child's soccer game. And then there are those nights when you can't sleep because the guilt and shame of the day just won't let you relax, right? So ADHD isn't an individual diagnosis. It's a family, it's not a family problem, but it's something that does affect every aspect of your family, right? And so let's be clear, how you choose to parent does not in any way cause ADHD, but how you approach parenting does play a big part in the way your home functions and has a huge impact on your child's confidence, self-worth, and ultimately his or her happiness. And so that's why we're here after all, isn't it? At the end of the day, we just want healthy, happy, well-functioning children. One of the most common conversations I have with parents is sort of, I was raised this way and I turned out okay. I don't understand why my child just doesn't get it. And I completely understand. I spent a large part of my parenting journey thinking the same thing. I'm parenting my kids the way I was parented and the way they were parented. It's a multi-generational aspect of how we're doing things. But what I didn't understand at the time was that the traditional way of parenting was just a form of competition. As a mom, I won when my kids did what they were told. The only appropriate response was when I said, do this, and my kid responded, how hot? Everything else became combative, right? But sometimes when we get that win, it requires rewards, threats, arguing, punishing. What I didn't recognize is that no one was actually winning because there's no such thing, right? In order for the child to do what you're told or what they're told to do, and winning an argument and things like that requires someone to lose, right? So you have to have a winner. In order to have a winner, you have to have a loser. But all I was doing was creating a situation that led both of us to becoming more resentful and frustrated and setting us both up for an even bigger problem next time. It would be one thing if that frustration stayed at home, but it didn't stop at our front door. This anger, the fear, it followed my kids wherever they went. They carried it to school, to sports teams, when we were getting together, with friends and with family. And the more they acted out when we were outside of the house, the worse our relationship got. Because again, I was trying to set this up as you're supposed to do this. And if you're not, then you're going to be punished because as the mom, I'm supposed to win because you're supposed to do what you're told. And many people continue this route for 8, 10, or even 20 years. And they hope and pray for the day their child grows up. And they pray that they will have a better, more peaceful relationship once the child is grown. But what if you didn't have to spend your childhood angry, frustrated, afraid? There is a different way, right? And that's where an ADHD parent coach comes in. We start by understanding how your child's brain is designed to work so that you can start to distinguish the difference between things that they can't control versus situations where they're just testing boundaries, right? They're two different things. Some things are really not a choice for an ADHD child, and some things are just because they're kids. And so after we've started, then we kind of dive into what are your particular trigger points, right? When you become aware of what you're most sensitive to, then we can dig into why you're so sensitive. For some people that might be lying, for some people that might be arguing, some people it might be not getting chores done. So we'll dig into what those really true deep triggers are for you and why they're there. And then you can start to shift your own understanding, right? That your child's not doing these things on purpose. They're just doing these things. You happen to have a more sensitive or a deeper or a more explosive reaction to those particular things. And after they're uncovered, then you can start working on controlling your reactions to your child's behavior. I always tell my kids all the time, every problem has a solution, but first you got to figure out the correct questions to ask. So if there's particular triggers that you have a very deep or emotional reaction to, when you can uncover, what those triggers are, then you can start learning to control your reactions and actually help your child in their reaction to life rather than just responding to what you're doing. And that's kind of where the magic happens, right? So when you're ready to create more peace in your home, build your child's confidence, and develop a closer relationship with your child, you can go ahead and book your discovery call, send me a message, ask me questions. I've got tons of free resources. Now, what I'm going to be doing for the next couple of blogs, actually, I'm going to be breaking things down step by step. And so that's why I started this one with what is an ADHD coach? And then each blog and video following that is going to be how the steps to handling, accepting your child, honoring where they are, discovering what their strengths are. It's a whole process, but I just wanted to introduce this to you guys today and hopefully get you a clearer understanding of exactly what I do, why I'm here, and how I can help you. So feel free to share this with anyone too who might want to be curious or learn from the information. And again, reach out, ask questions, like, comment, whatever you need to do underneath the video. And I look forward to talking to you guys again. Thanks and have a great day.